My name is Carina Gardner, and I'm what you would call a practical designer. If you're ready to create a life that you love, become an incredible force for good, and generate income while pursuing your dreams, this is the podcast for you. Welcome to Make and Design.
Hi designers, today I want to talk to you about all these books that I've ordered. As you guys know, we just barely introduced and announced that the University of Arts and Design Business, we are starting to take applications and starting our enrollment processes in August. We're actually taking applications before that, but enrollment processes in August and our fall semester beginning. Well, it's already been 6 or more months of this, but creating new curriculum, trying to lift up the current curriculum. And that means that I have ordered a massive number of books. And so I thought I'd talk to you about some of these books that I just recently ordered, and why I'm thinking about them. They all go to different coursework or classes. Some of them may or may not end up in the coursework, so don't be surprised if you end up not seeing these, but a lot of these will end up in one way, shape, or form into the coursework, and that's really exciting. Now, if you missed my news about the university, you can go check it out at www.uadb.education. That's the University of Arts and Design Business, and you're going to find a lot of information there about why we're doing what we're doing, the programs we're offering, the degrees we're offering, and currently what states we are offering them to. So we're a brand new school, so that means that we have a different process than most universities in the beginning to really serve and bring education to students. So go check that out. Okay, so let's talk about some of these books. The first one is The Emotion Behind Money. This is by Julie Marie Murphy, and I've not read this book yet. It just looked like the right thing for what I was looking for one of my classes. I can't remember if this is in the master's degree program or the certificate program. Just so you know, there is some coursework that kind of overlaps in terms of lectures, projects, and discussions, completely different between the two programs, but the actual lecture series, some of it is the same, so that we're giving you guys the same kind of information. But I'm just going to read you the back of this. Hopefully it's something that intrigues you. But the emotion behind money is laced with engaging and relatable anecdotes from the author's personal experiences in her childhood and present day, as well as from the examples of others. Both non-judgmental and empathetic, Julie Marie Murphy's voice is warm and engaging, clearly displaying her genuine interest in the reader's financial well-being. She clearly has the gift of natural insight and could read people and their monetary situations instantly. So there's more. But here's the thing that I find, especially in business. When we aren't good financial advocates of all the things that we have going on, it actually makes it really difficult for us to be really good business owners. And so I think this is like a deep dive into really understanding how we think about money, because it will affect the way we run our business. Okay, this one's interesting. This one's called Conversations About Creativity. And right now I am almost finished with our it's methodology of creative innovations. There's actually 4 classes related to this in both the certificate and master's. The content is only about 50% the same. There is a diversion between the content, and so there's a lot of different books in this particular class. So I love this. It's called Art, Writing, Music, Filmmaking, Theater, Education, Science, and the Synergy of Imagination. And I haven't 100% decided if this is going to fully go into the final class, but it definitely intrigued me. I'm always looking for great ideas about creativity. Okay, fun other things that I got. I just want you to look at this one. This is called Designing Brand Identity. This will probably go into our brand class, which is in both the certificate and the master's program. Sorry, I had to think on that. This book, I taught from a brand book when I was at the University of Minnesota, and I was just looking for something that was really updated. And this is a 6th edition. It's a comprehensive guide to the world of brands and branding. And so I just thought it looked like it was going to be a little more updated from what I've taught from in the past. So I'm actually really excited about that book, and I'm excited to dig into it. I'm actually not writing the curriculum for that class, not even actually in the next 6 months, but I'm kind of exploring my options on it. When I was homeschooling my oldest daughter, who is autistic, which I did during her middle school years, we read a lot of Temple Grandin, who many of you might know as a brilliant woman who also happens to have autism. She's a professor of animal science. She is very, very fascinating. Okay. And I have not read this particular book of hers, but it's called Visual Thinking: The Hidden Gifts of People Who Think in Pictures, Patterns, and Abstractions. And I was just fascinated by this. And what I see, especially in the creative world, that a lot of people end up not fulfilling their dreams of being a designer or an artist or someone who's selling their work because they've had personal things that have been in the way. And I thought hearing from Temple on this might be a really cool thing. So I might dig into this book and see if it's something that works for my curriculum. I'm still not sure yet, but I'm very fascinated with it. All right. This book, it's called The Handbook Pricing and Ethical Guidelines. This is for graphic designers. This is a very thick, very expensive, very big book, but it is very fascinating. So we will be going through, I know there's at least one course where we'll be working through this because I just think it's going to really help and help designers really know what they need to do as they're kind of moving forward. Many of you have read this book. I've read it, 13 years ago, The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity. I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this into curriculum, but I think it makes a lot of sense for some of the creativity exercises that we do in one of the courses. And so I'm just going to reread it and see if it makes it into some of the coursework. This I got because I was like, I am exploring some different methodologies, and it's called Block Print for Beginners: Learn to Make lino blocks and Create Unique Relief Patterns. And I was just sort of fascinated by this and the techniques used. It's more of a tutorial book. And I really like that because I do think there is something to be said about tutorial books that tell you exactly what to do. All right, this is a very big book, and once I say it, you're going to know which class I haven't decided if I'm going to require it, but I'm definitely looking at it, thinking about how it can work or help my designers. And that's The Complete Pattern Directory, 1,500 Designs from All Ages and Cultures. This is by Elizabeth Wilhide, and it is a monster of a book. The front cover is William Morris, and it is literally just a book of surface pattern design. That is literally what it is, a book of surface pattern design. And it's meant to be inspiring. It's meant to help designers think through what they are creating and making. So I'm really excited to look through that and see if it brings any inspiration. Okay, two more books. The one is called The Art of You, The Essential Guidebook for Reclaiming Your Creativity. This is James McCrae. I'm very excited about this particular book. I'm hoping it goes into one of the creative methodology classes. It won't go in all of them, just probably two of them. And the last one is Women Design: Pioneers from the 20th Century for Today. This is by Libby Sellers. I have no idea where this book would go. I just saw it when I was looking for other books, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a book I really want in my home. I think there isn't enough said about really wonderful women designers. And so I don't know how I'm going to incorporate this yet, but I'm really, really excited about this book. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed my list of books. All of these books came in over the weekend, and maybe you'll want to grab a few of them as you are kind of starting on your creative journey. Well, whether you're in the middle of it, the beginning of it, or the end of it, I think these are all great books to be thinking about as you are learning, creating, and becoming a fabulous designer.
Did you know you have access to more free design content, die cut files, and sewing patterns? Join our exclusive VIP group for free by going to designsweetcourses.com/free.